And there's more to come on education, precisely from Benue State, as we'll be having joining us from our Abuja studio, the Director General of the Benue State Education Quality Assurance Agency. We have that discussion coming up for you after this time out. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now joining us on the program from our Abuja studio is the Director General, Benue State Education Quality Assurance Agency, Dr. Turner Francis. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to start the conversation this way. It goes without saying that quality education is impossible without security of life and property. Your agency is new, so there's a lot to prove as per what should be done to create that conducive learning environment. What are your plans in this regard?
Thank you very much. The Benue State Education Quality Assurance Agency is that agency that has among its mandates ensuring a safe space for learners to be able to learn in a conducive environment, and teachers too should be able to have that environment where they can explore and give all that they are supposed to do. Now, the Benue State government has been very deliberate in terms of putting security measures, as you will have observed since the assumption of office of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Benue State, Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Yomem Alia. We have not been hearing so much of security breaches here and there. The governor has made deliberate effort in trying to see that the entire state is protected, and of course, the school environment is well secured. So there are a lot of mechanisms that have been put in place, and a whole lot is going on. The 2024 budget has just been passed, and you will notice that unlike what has been happening in the past, this time around, out of the 225 billion naira passed by the State House of Assembly, education has taken 33.8 billion naira, which represents 15% of the entire sum. So it is to tell you that we are now very much serious about education. It's a digression, it's some form of a movement, a departure from that which has been in the past. We've never had this kind of thing in the past. And we are very serious this time around. The governor has promised that even the budget performance is going to be higher than what has been in the past.
So 33% is a huge number, a percentage of the budget. So
not 33%, 33.8 billion, not 33%.
Oh, sorry, 33.8 billion. Thank you for the clarification. That sum
representing 15%.
Yes, that sum combined with what you're asking from the federal government, from the SUBEB component, what would you be prioritizing in terms of infrastructure? Would it be training that would be seen to, make a remarked difference in the education sector in Benue?
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to, first of all, appreciate the status quo, what His Excellency, the Governor of Benue State, came to meet. We came to meet a totally decayed sector. Education in Benue State in the past, what has been there in the past is nothing to write home about. And so this time around, we are looking at training of teachers. We are looking at recruiting because we have just done a need assessment, and just for senior secondary school, we have seen that we need nothing less than 5,000 teachers. But then we want to strengthen the process, and we want to be sure of the quality of teachers that we want. It's not just about recruitment. We want to recruit teachers who will not come and appear to us as accidental teachers. We want people who are interested in teaching, who have the passion for teaching. So we are setting the criteria. We are raising the bar. We are standardizing. And you can see also that there is something very unique that His Excellency the Governor of Benue is doing. In the past, and it's still there, of course, because he met the backlog. In the past, teachers were relegated to the background. Some of them are owed 7 months' salary, 10 months' salary, and so on. But since the inception of this administration, every teacher receives his or her salary on the 25th of every month latest. So that is a departure from what has been there in the past. It is to tell you that we are committed to what we want for our children. We want an environment where the teachers are happy. Because as the saying goes in Latin, nemo dat quod non habet. You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot go to school when you don't have transport. You cannot teach when you are hungry. So His Excellency is already taking it from the root. Healing has to start from the root. And that is what we are doing now. In the days ahead, we are looking at renovating the buildings. We are looking at providing water. We are looking at providing toilets. You go to some schools and you see that our learners are defecating just behind the classrooms. Teachers want to ease themselves and they don't have places where they can go and do that conveniently. So we are trying to see how we'll get these things done appropriately. We want to establish global best standards so that other people will come and learn from us in Benue.
We've got training there, training and renovation of schools that will be covered under the significant increase of budgetary allocation to education, 15%. I wonder if improved remuneration is contained there. While you're answering that, sir, I'd also like you to address this matter that we gleaned from the report about schools, ghost schools that the government discovered during its staff verification exercise. We've known about ghost teachers, ghost workers in government public service in the past, but ghost teachers is different. Tell us how they prosecute this and if the government will be investigating such that those responsible will be brought to book.
Yes, there are ghost schools in Benue State. I must tell you that one of the sectors that has experienced decay and massive corruption in Benue State in the past is education. There are schools that exist on paper, only on paper. You go to certain places and you are seeing it on paper that there are 6 schools in a particular location, in a district. And then on reaching there, you discover that you have just 1 or 2. It's the same thing that we have discovered also in the teachers. And I appreciate the effort that the executive chairman of the Benue State SUBEB is doing. She has put in place mechanisms to check all of this. She has brought very technically qualified people to go around and do census. In the past, we've not been having this kind of thing in Benue. It will amaze you that we don't have annual school census in Benue State. We don't have anybody taking care of data. As we speak right now, not even the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Education and Knowledge Management can tell you conveniently how many schools or how many teachers we really have in Benue State, whether private or public.
We must anchor the conversation at this point. Mr. Dr. Turner Francis, he's the Director General, Benue State Education Quality Assurance Agency. Thank you for joining us on the program.